Hello, this is Black Crow Walking, bringing you A Course of Love by Mari Perron. We are up to chapter 24, verse 4, and the chapter is called A Time of Tenderness. The time of tenderness precedes the time of peace. The time of tenderness precedes the time of peace and is the forerunner of compassion. The time of tenderness is thus the final learning ground before accomplishment is complete. The learning that occurs during the time of tenderness is learning from love. No lesson learned without love touched your heart. No lessons that do not touch your heart will accomplish anything. The purpose of the final lessons is both unlearning and moving through unlearning to new learning. These lessons must be accomplished in life and require an engagement with life. The engagement is a promise, a commitment. It requires participation, involvement, attention, being present. These are the lessons with which we will conclude. How are you doing with your unlearning? Wow, that was actually a one-page chapter. How about that? So I'll just recap a little bit about that chapter before we move on to tomorrow's lesson, which will be chapter 25. So this one is A Time of Tenderness. Where you learn to hate, you will learn to love. Where you learn to fear, you will learn safety. Where you learn to distrust, you will learn to trust. And each learning experience will be a learning experience because it will touch your heart. It may be as simple as a smile from a child that melts away all the resentment you held from your childhood because you allow that smile to touch your heart. Are you allowing things to touch your heart, or is your heart closed? And if your heart is closed, wow, you're going to have trouble unlearning because you're still in fear. So let your heart open and let your heart smile at the touch of a child, of the beauty of nature. It may be a time of weepiness and what you would term emotionalism, you may feel as if everything makes you want to cry because everything will touch you. Each lesson will feel tender. Unlearning has no harshness about it. If you simply allow it to come, it will reward you constantly with what can best be described as tenderness. The time to resist tenderness is over. The time to resist the tears of weariness is over. This is the time of the embrace. These feelings of tenderness can be seen as a sign. Let them alert you that unlearning is taking place. Welcome them as harbingers of this good news. Know that the time of tenderness is a sure path on the way home. The time of tenderness precedes the time of peace and is the forerunner of compassion. The time of tenderness is thus the final learning ground before accomplishment is complete. The learning that occurs during the time of tenderness is learning from love. No lesson learned without love touched your heart. No lessons that do not touch your heart will accomplish anything. The purpose of the final lesson is both unlearning and moving through unlearning to new learning. These lessons must be accomplished in life and require an engagement with life. This engagement is a promise, a commitment. It requires participation, involvement, attention, and being present. These are the lessons with which we will conclude. So, beloved, are you in your rut, not learning or unlearning? It's an amazing world out there, and life is all about being involved with life. Life is about truly putting yourself out there and working out from your heart what is not a lesson you want to learn, what is not the learnt lesson, what is not okay, which is the learnt lesson, and letting it go and finding a new way to be on the earth, a new way to grow, a new way to be present, a new way to just enjoy nature and everything from a perspective of love. Love is your greatest teacher. Love is the only teacher. Yeah, fear will try to teach you, but those lessons won't stick because they're not touching the heart. So, beloved, have fun with that. Tomorrow is Anzac Day here, wherever you are in the world watching this. I hope you have a beautiful, restful, happy, peaceful, present day. May you be blessed in all your endeavours. I love you. Bye for now.